Hello and thank you for watching the video. Today we're going to be replacing thermostat housing on this 1999 Jeep Cherokee. So first thing I've done is taken the battery terminal on the negative side off. I've drained the coolant out of the system and removed the upper radiator hose from the housing here. Also took the hose off right here. Just pulled the clamp up, pulled it up from the hose and then twisted it off. It's been on there for over 20 years. There's two bolts, and they are, what are they? I think they're 13 millimeter. There's still going to be some coolant inside the housing here when we take it off. Pretty long bolts. I'm not sure if they're the same size or not, but let's go for the lower one down here. Alright, so kind of got ahead of myself here. Before I take this bolt off, we're going to go ahead and take the connector off here of the sensor that goes into the housing. Again, I should have left the bolts on there to do this. They came off really easy. Reason being is I wanted to get the sensor out of here, so we can do that off the vehicle. But really, it's easier to do it while it's on. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this back in here. Like I said, getting ahead of myself here. Just a little bit. Because we would definitely reuse this one. If we were just changing a thermostat, then we could leave this in here if we were going to, continue to use the old housing. All right, perfect. Just so I don't lose it, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in here. Hang it up there. Alright, so yeah, it was easy to get off. A lot of times you may have to hit it with a dead blow hammer or blunt object to break it free, but in this case we didn't have to do that. So we're going to check out the thermostat for the first time. I have never replaced the thermostat or even looked at it. Upper bolt is much longer than the bottom bolt. Note how flush the thermostat is in there. See that hole right there? That's pointing upward. So we're going to put it back just like that. Yeah, I want to clean off the surface there. Okay, we're going to put something in here while we clean. So I'm going to mess around with this for a little while and get right back. Alright, so back here, went out and bought housing with a thermostat included and with the gasket for around 21 bucks. Got home, found out that it did not have the jiggle pin, and so took it back, got a refund, went to two other auto parts places, and all they offered was no jiggle pins, no holes in the thermostats like the original. This is the original one. So looks like I'm going to put this thing in here, either that or drill a hole, which I'm probably not going to go ahead and, I'm not going to drill a hole. I don't think I'm just going to put it in here. If for some reason I'm not getting proper temperature reading, I'll revisit this later, go to the dealership and try to get an OEM thermostat. So yeah, I want to get it on the road again. It is, my personal vehicle. It's not someone else's that I'm doing this for. So we're going to go with it, what we have here. Clean the surface off there. You can see it just sits right in there. That would be, doesn't matter now, but that was the old position. So we're just going to go with that. I'm going to grab my gasket. I'm going to lubricate a very thin layer of this silicone gasket maker here on both sides of the gasket. Then we're going to put the gasket in place. Alright, that's about all we need to do there. Go ahead and stick it in place. Okay, we're going to go with that. So we've got the longest bolt going between the heater core tube hose and the upper radiator lip. And the smaller one down here. Okay, let's grab a wrench. Okay, let's find the torque spec on this. Torque specs are from 20 to 30 foot-pounds on these bolts. I'm going to go with 25 foot-pounds. All right, now I'm going to put the sensor back in place. And we'll get right back after I get it nice and snug. Now to put the connector on. And just looking in there, it looks good. All right. Let's try to get it like it was before, right there. Okay, so I still have to put the radiator in, and once I do that, then I will connect the upper radiator hose, which is actually hanging right here. So we will we'll connect that later. Then we'll do the coolant. Make sure there's no air in the system if we can. That'll be critical because I definitely like to get this heating the way it was before. Had a bad water pump that went out, so that's the reason we're doing all this. But you know, before that, it always ran. Ran pretty cool, actually. Let me show you the housing that I bought here. All right, so here's what we just installed here. The Duralast brand. This is an AutoZone. Came with the housing here. Came with the thermostat, gasket, and it had a plug. Had a plug for the where the sensors at. You know, like I said, when I saw it didn't have a jiggle pin in it, I actually returned it. Went around to a couple of other real popular auto parts stores. They didn't have jiggle pins in theirs either. Even just selling them outright, it's, you know, some of them for $20 or so just for a thermostat. Those didn't have jiggle pins in them. So went ahead and rebought the one that I returned, which was this one. And you just saw it, you know, I just installed that, and we're going to go with it. Hope for the best. So I've got coolant in the radiator now. I was a little concerned about how the thermostat was going to work as far as the operating temperature. I was wondering if it was going to be the same. It is really close to the same as what it was before I changed the housing and thermostat. It's actually running a few degrees cooler. That thermostat is or opens at 195. You can see we're going at increments of 30 here, and it's fluctuating from about 200 to about 195, 197, 195. So yeah, so far so good. Anyway, that was the Duralast thermostat and housing. Thanks for watching.